It's been a fucking day, I'll tell you that. Leafs clinch a playoff spot, but we're not worried about that. But I'll get to that part later. So this is a twofer. There's a little thread going around talking about Super Grails and Grails. I originally saw the first video from JC over at the Flipside vinyl community, and he got this idea from Aaron Mutha Alamere talking about Super Grails and so on. I'm just going to quickly go over these real quick, and then I'm going to do the other part of the video. So this really comes down to a couple different things. I'm going to talk the Grails side of things first. So Grails, I'm looking to see if I can find Sabbath Bloody Sabbath and Technical Ecstasy on vinyl. Those would be Grails for me. Since I've been on my big death metal kick again, that really sort of hasn't gone away. I just haven't really talked about it much. But of course, any of the classic death metal on vinyl, CD, cassette, if I'm lucky, really. Like Cannibal Corpse, Morbid Angel, Gore Guts, Malevolent Creation, Cynic, all of those killer bands, right? The Malevolent Creation that I would really, really like to get my hands on if I could find the damn thing would be Retribution from 92. And of course, I've been able to just, I've gone through and found some other death metal floating around here and there. But I was on such a thing with the Doom thing, but I'm looking into starting a new band, I'd like to have two different versions of things going on. But this side, I would be just singing. Now, of course, you guys all know the classic death metal. If there's death metal that you have and you don't want, let me know. I'll get it on. I'll pick it up off you for whatever. Just let me know. We'll work out details. The Super Grails, though, that's a little more fine-tuned. So there's a couple AC/DC, and I'll bring them up now. AC/DC's Power Age on cassette. You can pretty much find the vinyl almost anywhere, so I don't necessarily need to worry about that. If I could get a cassette copy of Power Age, that would be excellent. Also, I would love to get my hands on the Australian versions of High Voltage, Let There Be Rock, and as well as Dirty Deeds. Now, I already have TNT. I got that for Father's Day a couple years back, and I absolutely was thrilled to have it in my collection. Now, on the other side of that, Cryptopsy, I would love to have None So Vile on vinyl. I would love to get a hold of it on CD or if heaven forbid, if I can get it on cassette, I would be lucky. The CD would be cool because at least I can kind of play it more. But if I had the vinyl, even better, because I have a car now that doesn't really allow me to play CDs anymore. Sad days. I would love to get Suffocation's Effigy of the Forgotten on vinyl. That would be really cool. And last but not least, Vile, which is the first Cannibal Corpse record featuring Corpse Grinder, and the first three Chris Barnes era of Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Back to Life, Tomb of the Mutilated, and Butchered at Birth on vinyl. That would be fucking killer. On that side note, I'm sure I'm probably missing a few, but whatever. Now, I get a message from Low Noize Productions, Jason Skilz, wanted my address. He said he wanted to send me something. And that means we got some VCLT. It arrived today. I have not scored it at all. So I'm going to be careful here. I don't know what any of this is. He did not tell me what was in here. And that's the best part, because I always like to see what cool shit I get. quickly get this baby open. So it's already sort of pre-scored. I'm just basically cutting into tape here now. And put it in a nice little sort of Amazon bag. All right. Now, like I said, I do not know any of this. So I will... There we go. Oh, looks like there's some bubble stuff here. Oh. A box. I presume it's a CD. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh. Oh, it's vinyl. Killdozer featuring Tom Hazelmeyer. Oh, looks like some 7-inch stuff. Amphetamine Reptile Records in Minneapolis. This looks like it's a single. Her Mother's Sorrow, Short Eyes. Looks like some punk stuff. Yep, 100%. And what do we got here? Ah, Derelicts. Ooh, on the Sub Pop. Very nice. And one more here. Oh, looks like there's a bunch of stuff here. It's kind of hard to not see. Oh, Contempt. Crust Punk Hardcore from Montreal. So I'll put that to good use. And then, of course, looks like I got a bunch of download cards here. Oh. Some stuff at a Low Noize. This is all Jason stuff. Possible World Shop, sort of. Okay. Ooh, got a fair amount of this. Looks like a sticker from Jason. Also some various artists here. So a lot of this here seems like it's all from Jason himself. More stickers. Yep. JustSeeds.org. Awesome, buddy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I really appreciate that. I will put all of this to good use if I ever learn to fold that back up. Kind of put that back in the box there for now. So basically, it's just like sort of like a, that's like a little postcard. Basically says, hey, there's a few things for you. 7 inches and tapes from Low Noize. See you in the VC, Mr. Jason. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think there's a CD in there too. See here, that says corrosion, I think. Yeah. Decay, it's called. I'll have to check that out. That's gonna be some good listening. It kind of looks like kind of dark and dreary. I'm not exactly 100% sure what it is, but I like dark and dreary, so that should be sweet. Oh, looks like 2 cassettes here. Yep. Put it upside right. Ah, yes. This is the industrial techno experimental noise from his from Low Noize Productions.com. Good grief! Here, let me get rid of that friggin' screen. Good God! Of course, some other videos on there. Hang on a sec. And this computer's acting slow. There we go. Yeah, and that's called, Transmit Temporal Season. Killer cassette. I'm looking forward to giving that a play. And last but not least is the... yes, this was the other cassette that he talked about. Various Doomsday, more experimental, industrial noise synth stuff. Yeah, he was showing this a while ago. That he got a big box of this stuff that came in. This is awesome, man. I really appreciate this, like, immensely. I don't often get VCLT, and really, I mean, let's look at this from a standpoint where I live in Canada, and I know there are a few guys in the VC that do send a lot of stuff to Canada, but the shipping is out fucking outrageous, to be absolutely honest. I really don't know what it cost him to ship this. I almost don't want to know. And the reason why I say this is because when I hooked Danny Powers up with some VCLT like last summer, it cost me like almost $50 just to ship him stuff to Fredericton. I should have just waited and said, hey, let me deliver your VCLT. Wouldn't that be weird? But I mean, he only lives about an hour away. And then, of course, like Jason sending this to me from, Ottawa. The other side of things is you've got stuff like, guys like when I won that contest for the Accusation Network, like I saw the shipping because I saw the shipping on the that was on the box from Burlington, Vermont, and it was in American dollars. I'm like, oh God, I can only imagine. So I looked and I was like, yikes. I was talking to Chris Mabuyakai from the stream, and he asked me for my address because he wanted to send me a couple of his Yob records that he doesn't want anymore. And he's like, man, I forgot you're in Canada. He's like, so I don't know if, he goes, I'll see how much it's going to cost. And I'm like, you know what, man, if it's too much, don't worry about it. I appreciate that regardless. Like so many times I've been into like Second Spin or whatever, looking at Zentrix stuff that I could easily send to Mark Gibson. Like I saw a couple of like 2 or 3 cassettes by of Zentrix, and I'm like, Jesus, wouldn't it be nice to get these and send them to him as a VCLT? But the shipping would be outrageous. And I was just like, you know what, like, if I'm gonna do something like that, I want to make it worthwhile. And I suppose because I don't think Mark actually has them all. I think there's like 2 or 3 cassettes that he doesn't have by Zentrix, but I could be wrong. But anywho, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I mean, if any of you guys out there have ever seen copies of those records that I mentioned in my Super Grails, please let me know, and I'd love to be able to pick them up. I think that would be super cool. You guys have been great. I absolutely enjoy being back in the vinyl community, doing a lot more stuff. It's been a blast. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. And I'm finally up to over 100, I think over 170 subscribers. Maybe. At the time I'm shooting this, I may be a little lower, but that's okay. Looking at doing a contest once I get to the 200 subs. If I can get to my 200 subscribers, I'll come up with a pretty cool contest, and then we'll get that on the go. Cheers, guys. You rule. Stay fucking heavy.